Hello and welcome to my latest weekly video news from Madison's. Well, I'm here at the beginning of August, and from this Sunday I am going to be off on a 2-week holiday. August is actually a good time for an agent to take a holiday. Estate agency goes quite in line with the school holidays. So you are busier when children are at school and quieter in the school holidays. This year though, it has felt like quite a mad run up to now. Only last week I negotiated 6 offers successfully. That is really quite busy for August. You sometimes do get a flurry at the end of a market. So the traditional selling markets are the spring market and the autumn market. The spring market runs long from sort of second week of January right through to now. And then the autumn market is quite sharp. It sort of runs from the beginning of September right through to perhaps, I don't know, the first week of December. And normally you'd be quietening down more at the beginning of July time, but it's felt busy. And sometimes that can happen because people are kind of keen to make a decision. Obviously at the moment, a lot of people are sitting on mortgage offers, which are more attractive. Banker base rate increased by 25 bips again last week. That was expected. Interest rates didn't really react to it from the banks because they were expecting that to happen. But of course, it's the 14th consecutive rise in a row. Rates haven't been at 5.25 since April 2008, a lifetime ago. And I think that the nation kind of breathed a sigh of relief that it was only 0.25% rise and not 0.5%. So sensing that the Bank of England is reaching the end, that they have warned they think interest rates will stay at this kind of level for about 2 years, desperately trying to battle inflation. So a lot of people have got mortgage offers that were given or agreements in principle for earlier, and they are keen to make a purchase with those cheaper mortgages. So a little bit of a final flurry. But generally, the spring market has been not bad at all. There is no doubt that it's more of a price-sensitive market. You need to price correctly and not over-optimistically and go into market. And understand that sadly, we're not at the prices that we were at 12 months ago. So if your neighbour's house sold for a level and you think yours is better than that, but they sold last year in the spring or summer, you're possibly not going to get as high as them, even though your house might be slightly better. Property prices in Tunbridge Wells are down about 6%, but that's not as bad as what we're seeing in the rest of the country. And of course, there's been enormous growth up to that. So net over the last 3 years, still definitely in very much positive territory on property price growth. So not too bad. Renters are probably feeling it quite harsh. Obviously, a lot of buy-to-let mortgages, they are taking big increases. The average increase, 240% increase on a buy-to-let mortgage. So lots of landlords either having to seriously raise rental payments or having to serve what's called Section 21 notice, a no-fault eviction, to basically sell their property. So tenants feeling the pain of that choice of either, well, you have to take an increased rent or I'm going to have to sell my property because I can't afford the mortgage payments unless I do. So yeah, but rental market actually showing it's remarkably resilient, rents going up and properties still letting. So yeah, it's incredible really. So autumn market, who knows? Obviously, I gave a bigger economic kind of update a couple of weeks ago. Let's see what the autumn market brings. I love the autumn market. It's probably my favourite selling season. It's really quite intense, quite short, and I love Christmas. And that's looming at the end. I love fireworks night. I love Halloween. I love all of that. So yeah, looking forward to the autumn market. Just before I go, I just want to talk about BBC 2's new reality show, Crazy Rich Agents, which of course aired for the first time amid much press speculation on Sunday night. I mean, it's kind of compulsive viewing, isn't it? You can't not watch it, but it's absolutely cringeworthy and awful. I felt a cross between Love Island and The Apprentice and the characters they've got going on there. It shows our industry up in such a bad light. So please watch it with a pinch of salt. We're not like that. So there's some fundamental differences. So basically the contestants are competing to go to HQ in New York and train to be a great realtor in America, like the $1 Million Listing and those kind of programs that we have seen, and aspire to that. And of course the lure to do that is big money, big money that can be earned. Well, in America, commissions sit at an average of 6%. Oh, I mean, in this country, the average is around 1.5. So very different. And of course, the agents were pitching for 3% commission on Sunday night. They'll never get that in this country. Never, 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 never. The other fundamental difference you have, I think, in our country is kind of Discretion and negotiation are the biggest things, and to care. You can't pressurise a buyer to sign on the line to buy a property, because we have this hideous conveyancing period. It takes on average between 10 to 16 weeks to get to exchange. So a buyer's got loads of time to change their mind, pull out without any financial impact on them at all. It's a very, very different culture. You don't sell houses from pressure selling unless you're in a real boom seller's market, perhaps like the pandemic, maybe. But even then, what could you commit them with? I mean, you know, even if you take a reservation deposit, that's not a huge amount, and it's nowhere near, you know, like a full commitment to buying the property. So I hope they're not too disappointed if they do save for a career in this country, and I hope you do. It's compulsive viewing, I understand that, but please don't think that's what we're like at all, because it's very, very different in reality. Well, lots going on across summer, of course. I'm delighted that we're sponsoring Local and Live at the end of the month. So do put a date for that in your diary. I hope the weather gets good for it again. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you then. But have a lovely summer in August in the meantime. I'll be back in a few weeks, rested and ready for that autumn market.